Hope you have a great day ahead. This is a demonstration of COVID-19 app. So if we go to our database, we don't have any data in our database. So first we are going to serve our application using PHP artisan serve command, and then we serve our application like this. So in this case, we go to the route called at first data. So this is comes with this route called at first data route. So which will happens is this is called to the first data function in data controller. So if we go to the data controller, HTTP data controller, so this is calling to the this is calling to the controller. This is calling to the controller of first data. So in this case, we are return view of first data. So this is the view. So if you haven't any data in your database, this app will redirect to this page and get data from the API and add first data to the database. Because we are using database to retrieve the data. If we don't have data, this can occur error. So if we click this link, so before that we are going to the called view first data, route resources, views first data. So in this view, we have button called click here to update data, and route is update data. So if we go to the route update data, it will call to the function in the data controller called store. So if we open the HTTP data controller, so this is our route called update data. So this is the store function. We call to the update data, it call to the store function. So in the store function, what we are doing is we are retrieving data from the API and send them to our database. So once we click in this link, this function will this function is triggered, and then what happen is data come into our page. Okay. In this page, what we are doing is we are calling route called so we are calling route called this home. So there is no value in our URL. So this is called the route called read. Okay, if we go to the route called read, this is the read route. In this function, we are trying to get latest value in the data, and if data is not available, then the first data will first data route called as I earlier mentioned. So in this case, what we are doing is we are getting data to the latest value variable and return home with that data. So if there is any error, so if we stop the MySQL and refresh, so it will like this about 419 error. So if we again start this, then it will be okay. So okay, then this view comes with the home.blade.php. So in this case, we have so first we have to log out. So in this case, we have what help and guide people, login and register. So login and register shows to the user who didn't register to the app, and help and guide people show to the people who did register to the app. So in this case, we have our view, and we get data from that our controller called data controller, like this, and and we have two buttons to log in and register. So if we go to the login button, we can log in here, and if we go to the register button, we can register like here. So this is a default breeze thing, and we have two buttons down here: access to updated data and get help from others. So if we click access to updated data, what happened is, if we click to the updated data, so here is the button called updated data, access to updated data, which call to the route called updated data, update data. So update data route is the previous route, previous same route, which called data controllers store function. So if you go to the data controllers store function, there is a data controllers store function. This is so. In this case, we are trying to get data from the given API, and if there is any error, this will redirect to the redirect to the home page with previous data on the database. Okay, so in this case, if this code is going well, then the data will added to the database. These are the new data, and if there is more than 5 data available, more than 4 data available in the home database, it will delete oldest data. It will delete oldest data, and if there is less than 4 data available, less than 5 data available, then it will redirect to the home. Then it will not destroy any data if there is less than 4 data. So if we go to the delete function, so if this is done well, so let me show the example. So in our database, there should be one value. Because we are refresh this one time. So if we go to the access updated data, then we'll show 2 data, and if we go to the again access updata, it should show 3 data. Yeah, it is showing 3 data, and if we click again, it should show 4 data. Okay, then what happens is, if we click again, there is no more data. There is only 4 data. So if you can see where this is deleting, so this is IDs 59, 60, 61, and 62. So if we again click, so the last value is 59. So if we again click this updated data, what will happen is, 59 should be deleted. Yes, 59 is deleted, and 60, 61, 64, and 60. So this table is only maintaining updated data, and give up to freedom with dealing with data. So because of we need updated data, we don't need maintain a database. So then in the delete route, what we are doing is, we are deleting the oldest data, and if there is an exception, we call to the route home, and when database connection is done well, then this same thing will happen. The oldest data will delete. So in this case, so it is done, and so we have get help from others. We have get help from others link button. So if we go to the home page, and this is the get help from others button. If we click on this, this is redirecting to the home page, login page, because we don't have any data in the help and guide table to retrieve to our app. So this is for the get help from others for help and guide route, which is this route get method, and which we call to the show data. So because show data, so if we go to that route, data controller, help and guide controller, this is the show data. So we are trying to get data and get data. So if there is no data, this will redirect us to the dashboard. So dashboard is only accessible to the login users, because we are not logged in. We can't go to the dashboard. That's why we get this screen to log in the app. So if we log in like this will redirect us to the page that we can add link and description. So if we go back, and if we now click on get help from others, because of there is no data, this will uh, direct us this page. So if we add data like test, this is this thing like that. So if we share this, now we have this view, which is so we are going to show this thing. So if there is no empty, if there is not empty the data, then we are redirect to the help and guide route with data. So if we go to the localhost, our database, there should be a value. Yeah, there should be a. So because of that value, we are redirecting this. So if we go to again home page and click on this get help from others, we are redirecting to the same thing. So we are not facing any issues. So as I mentioned, the adding function, which is the add things to show other people's, like this is only accessible to the people who logged in. If we log out, we can go to this page, which is the show, which shows the all data in here. But if we don't log in, we don't have any link to go to that location. And if we log in, we can like this, we can add data, and this should be changed as help and guide people, which we can add data to the our help and guide. So this is the thing. And if we go to the our data controller, so explain read function, store function, and destroy function, and first data function. So if we go to this function, okay. So in this case, if we go to the help and guide people, what is happen is we call to the show function in the table. So if we go to the dashboard blade.php, we are calling to the store and guide function. So in this case, what we are doing is we are calling to the route called store help and guide. So this route only accessible to the people who are authenticated in the app. So we are calling to the store help and guide route, which is the help and guide controller class store. So if we go to the help and guide controller, class store is this. So we are validating values, and then we adding values to the table, and we are trying to run this code, and if there is any exception, we are redirecting to the help and guide. Uh, so that is our tasks in help and guide, explain home. So this we can go through the app, and this is our view. So I think I explained all the things about the application. Something more, how it works, and so thank you for opportunity that gave me. I am hoping to work with the team soon, and thank you very much to giving me this opportunity.